This is the kind of sex that we regard as psychedelic sex. And after this type of sex, which may take a while to end, after this type of sex, you will feel with your partner a sense of joy. You have discovered joyous love. Love is so important to sex. Love is so important to life. This is something we all need to think about, which is simply how sex increases love, how sex is a natural response to love, how sex, sensuality are a part of love. You can go through life and have a nice relationship, a nice kind of sweet, tender relationship with someone and never get to this level. It's almost like a platonic type of relationship. It's like companionship relationship. I've talked about this in previous podcasts, previous episodes. Two people together, it's kind of like roommates. Roommates with benefits, but the benefits are not that great. Roommate sex. Not what we're talking about here. We're talking about taking sex, to use a cliche, to an entirely new level, but it's beyond the whole notion of levels. It's beyond the whole notion of trying to get somewhere and then getting somewhere. It's not about effort. I've said elsewhere that life should have an objective and that sort of thing, but if you set an objective to, we're going to have great sex, it may happen, but very likely will not. This is what we mean by psychedelic sex. For just one moment, I promise you, only one, I'm going to go back to the very beginning of today's episode and remind you of some wise statements made by psychotherapist, novelist, writer, relationship counselor Anita DeFrancesco made about sex and love, about how it is possible to have a relationship with someone and how it is possible to have sex with someone and to love someone without ever, quote-unquote, being in love. Well, I'm never going to differ with or disagree with Anita about anything. But really, 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 truly, sex is the fuel on which love runs. And love is the fuel on which sex runs. They go together all the time. They work together. They help each other. The more you love someone, the better sex you will have. And if you have the kind of sex that I've been talking about just within the last few minutes, then it is very likely that you will go from the point of loving someone to the point of being in love with someone, to the point even of realizing that that person may be, if you've looked deep into your heart, felt its power, felt its amiability and its capacity for love, then that person may be your twin flame, or may, through the magic of companionship, the magic of being together, the magic of having sex together, the magic of loving one another, through that realm of magic, may become your twin flame. Because I believe that sex promotes an openness in relationships, promotes communication, because the kind of communication you have in bed, the type of full communication, bodily communication, telling the other party what you want, not only by words, but with your bodies, with your eyes, with your sexual organs, with your genitals. And then sometimes, after great sex, you can have great conversations in bed. Ever done that? If you haven't done that, you're missing out on a lot. Great conversations about all kinds of things. You really learn to share by having sex. Let me repeat that. You learn to share by having sex. And if you're sharing about things already, about your ideas, plans, hobbies, whatever that means, activities, dreams, aspirations, then that kind of sharing is going to help you have great sex. Learn the fun of tangling with your lover in and out of bed. Couples with great, dynamic sexual communication are the ones who are best equipped to solve relationship and life problems as they come along. They do not need to reinvent the wheel every time. Their shared loving energy and communication will see them through. And if you have that kind of communication and sharing, and if you truly get the other person and value them and realize their importance, their inner being, their inner drives, their soul, if you like that type of terminology, then just possibly you may realize that that person is not just your soul mate. As Anita explains, we can have many soulmates, but that person may be, in fact, your twin flame.